This is a tomato that we bought sometime in September of last year, 2023. You better believe it. I'm not kidding you. We bought this in September of 2023. This I got from the village about the 22nd of December. Matter of fact, I took a shot of these two side by side on the 22nd of December last year, just before Christmas. Now, take a look, see what's happening. Look at the other image of these two tomatoes side by side. This looking very fresh, this looking a bit jaded, but standing strong. This is the fresh one that we got on the 22nd of December last year. So if you look at it, you see? Okay? It's already moldy. It's already moldy. This, if you count the month of September, October, November, December, we are now in January. It's going 5 months. How is it that food that we are supposed to eat, kept out in the open, exposed to the elements, still looks like this? Just a little shriveled, but standing, not falling apart, not rotting away. So the elements cannot break this down. Insects, vermins, or whatever you want to call them. Is this really food? So what I'm going to do is, I will set this back up on this tile. I hope it can stand, honestly. I hope it can stand and weather the storm. You know, this kind of stuff, when you buy it, you buy tomatoes which are just about to get ripe, so that you've got a bit more shelf life, maybe a week, 2 weeks to the max. So I'm going to put this away where it can sit out exposed to the elements, the cold weather, whatever, hot air. It's not that cold anymore, but it should be able to just face the elements that are out there. And let's see what this gives us. It is February the 1st, exactly 1 month since we tried this experiment. The fresh tomato and the poisonous one, in quotes, have been in the same position for the entire month. You can see that this has finally dried out. Okay, this was holding it at the base there, so I can remove that and throw it away. Yeah, so what has happened here is that the main body of this tomato has withstood the storm, so to speak, the elements. But this here rotted away, dried up, and the fluids obviously came all over the place. And you can see the contamination is what has affected the base of this tomato. So that's what it looks like. That's the base now. Yeah? But the top still seems to be intact. 5 months in, this is what it looks like. So it has survived, just withstood the elements. So we just want to have a slice of this and see what we're dealing with. So if I put this away, put it onto something cleaner, and here we go. So here is our specimen, a nice and clean slate. So we want to cut it up. So the big question is, what do Kenyans eat? Do we really know what we eat? Man, this thing feels like plastic. Maybe my knife is not that sharp, but still. Wow. Let's get to the bottom of it. So finally we get the inside. Look at that. That is what it looks like, people. This is what goes into our stomachs. Not in this state, but this is the food that goes into our stomachs. Okay? So, not much flesh to talk about, but there you go. And I bet this could still survive, you know? So that's gone now. So we can compare those two. That's the base, that's the top. Right? So let's put that aside. So this is here. So I think I'll extend this further. I have cut out the bit that was contaminated by the other fresh tomato, and I will leave this for a couple of days more and just see how it gets by. There's still a bit of that, so maybe I should slice this out and keep this clean. So now that you're seeing this, so we leave it like that. So finally our 6-month-old tomato has fizzled out. That's what it looks like. See that? Then the inside, I don't know what this is. Feels hard. Feels like plastic, really hard. Listen to that. Listen to that. Now it's breaking into pieces. You know, very hard. Now this other one is what was the neighbor. You remember we had one tomato here and another one on the side. This is what is left. And you can tell this can easily just listen to that. So thing is, we are losing control of our seeds. Africa was colonized in the 1800s. Remember, the Berlin Conference where we were chopped up like meat on a chopping board. Now there's a billionaire, an IT billionaire who's roaming Asia and roaming Africa on a mission about seeds, about fertility. Now he's a fertility guru. All these things going on. But I think just like we lost opportunity, we lost what we owned during the colonial times, that is the same thing that is likely to happen now. So though this might look like a trivial thing to some people, it is something that has such a huge impact on our lives, on economies of Africa. Because think about this for 1 minute, that you've got seeds that you have no control over. You have, or you had, seeds that our own grandparents, our own parents would plant and replant. But now you have farmers talking about seeds that cannot be replanted, which means that they've been so modified that you have got to go back to the creator of these seeds to have seeds that can again work for your farms. I've just demonstrated to you that we've got a tomato that has been around for the last 6 months. Is that even safe food? That's a hazard. I think you can talk about GMOs and the value that they bring to many families, crop yields and all these things. Acreage, that for this small amount you get X amount of bags, but you do not have the control. So the minute you don't have control, that is seed colonization. Africa, we were colonized in that time. Why are we allowing this? Just the same way we had home guards who were sellouts. Today we have modern day sellouts. We've got leaders who are selling Africa to the highest bidder. We're now having laws in many African countries, including Kenya, that are being modified to fit the whims of those elites who can then trade and deal with the farmers of the world, the pharmaceuticals, the seed companies, and all these guys. We are getting played again, guys. Can we allow this to continue happening? This is food for thought for you. Wherever you are as an African, we lost our brothers and sisters to the diaspora, largely because we had collaborators with foreigners. The games about colonialism have shifted. It's all about intellectual property. It's all about artificial intelligence. And Africa is either asleep or those who are in leadership just don't care. The center-west and African elite are in cahoots, they're collaborating. This matter that I just presented to you may be the smallest thing, just about a tomato and food on our table. But it is about our future, it is about the future of our children, our great-grandchildren. Let's not be caught napping. I hope this can open up a debate for Kenyans, for Africans, all of us in diaspora, wherever we are. Please share your thoughts about this. Let's discuss this matter. Kenyans, where are you? Speak up. You know, we have got to rein in. We have got to ensure that what we own, genetics, whatever it is, artifacts, we need to own it and have good control of it. Whoever has the control has got the power, has got the money. Africa now has invited even the Chinese to the continent. And though the colonial powers back then came through brute force, gunpower, gunpowder, the game, the field has changed. It's a matter of soft power. Manipulate, work the people, work their leaders, come in politely, spend money here and there, play them, get away with it, harvest what you can harvest from the belly of our mother Africa and from intelligence of our own people. This is critical, and let's have this discussion. It is important in this time. And as we do this, to help us take this further, kindly subscribe, share and like to help us build this channel and tell these important stories about Africa and African diaspora. Let's not get played again, good people. This is Africa. It is our business. We have got to take care of our business. I thank you for your time, and let's see you again in the next video. I'm out.